Draft time. Live draft time and live week 13 Q&A. I work for you. That means I am on here tonight, even though we've already gone live, answering questions like we do every Friday and Saturday night and most Thursdays and also Mondays and Sunday nights. We're here doing it live. The Fantasy Football Show Week 13 Q&A session and live draft session begins right now. Code Smitty on Underdog, by the way. Code Smitty on Underdog. I'm going to drop the link right now. Make sure you hit that link. I'm going to pin it in the live chat as we speak. Begins right now.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
We're live when news breaks. We're live on Friday nights, Saturday nights. Most, literally, like I'd say 5 nights a week, we're live at midnight-ish. Graveyard shift. Live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Every single Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Live whenever big news breaks. Click that Battle Royale Week 13 right now. Hit the green button. Your boy's going to hit the green button next. If you miss out on said draft, hit this link right here. I'm going to drop the link in the live chat. Get ready for the next one because we're going to do more than one. All right, here we go. Let me see if I can pin the link right now. Let me click on this. Pin said link in the draft. See if I can get that pinned. There it is. Okay, link has been pinned. Hit the link. The link will be in the description of every video as well if you're watching a replay on this. Actually, it won't let me pin it right now. I'll have to try and do that again anyway. I'll keep dropping it. Here's the link. Jump into the draft. We should all be in it together. If we miss out on being in a draft together, we just join another one. So don't fret. We're going to do 3 or 4 of these Week 13 Battle Royales as I answer your questions in Q&A format like we do every single Saturday night. This one here is from Jared, $2.79 super chat. Appreciate you. Smitty, Flex, Javonte, or Najee. Probably Najee at this current state of the Steeler offense and the Bronco offense. Committees, both are committees, but the Denver Bronco committee is a 3-headed monster. The committee in Pittsburgh is a 2-headed, but does feel like it slightly favors Najee right now with the new offensive coordinator coming off the first week of changing things up. So tough to say what I would do on a regular basis, but for this week at least, I would go with Najee. Thank you for your super chat, Jared. Appreciate you. And I'm in the 2 pick. Again, if you missed this draft, all you got to do is hit this link right here. There's the link. I just dropped it right now. Hit that link and sign up for Underdog. Make sure you're ready to go. You're ready to rumble on Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Smitty using that link. And then the next draft we'll jump in together. Let me see if I can pin the link finally. Pin the link. There it is. Link's been pinned. Appreciate you all. File on in. Hit the like button. I'm on the clock. I got 14 seconds left. I'll take Christian McCaffrey. Go to board view so it's a little easier for everybody to see. Tyreek Hill went number 1. Christian McCaffrey went number 2 to me. And now this individual, who is this? Isaac. The Isaac's on the clock. Appreciate you, bro. Hayden from Phoenix says, Hall, Gibbs, Etienne, Achane, pick 3. I'm going Gibbs. I'm going Achane without hesitation. And I'm going to go Etienne as long as you can find out if Etienne's playing in the morning. You should know. He seems like he's going to, but just make sure you check on that. If you couldn't check on it, it almost doesn't matter because Hall's questionable to about the same degree. I think they both play. I hope HN has no scores. David Wong says, David, you're going to be probably pretty pissed off tomorrow. So appreciate you. Thank you for your comment and your concern. Jay-Z says, man wants Smitty's attention so bad. I'm not sure who you're referring to, Jay-Z, but whoever it is, leave him alone. Maximus just became a member. Maximus, appreciate you becoming a member. Maximus to the moon. All right, phone lines will be open in just a minute. Let me get through a draft or so before we open up the phone lines and get this place crazy. Swift, Garrett, or Henry for the flex. I think Henry's safest this week anyway. And Swift's pretty good each week, but this is a tough matchup for him. So Henry's a top 5 running back play, I think. Top 6 running back play probably this week. Doesn't mean he is all year. Doesn't mean he's going to stay healthy. Doesn't mean he's going to slow down. But this is a pretty good matchup for him. So it's a pretty good week to put Henry in there. Henry's pretty easy. Mashed potatoes, that's right. Swift, Garrett Wilson, Henry. Do Henry. All right, we're close to being on the clock here. This is a Week 13 Battle Royale. Morning and afternoon slate games only. File on in, hit that like button if you're new to the channel. 112 of you in here. Only 26 of you have hit that thumb up button. Shame on you. Shame on you. Punch it. Do it live. Holler Swift. Give me Swift. Brevin Everett or Jawan, maybe Jawan because of look, if Olave plays, he's kind of on track to play, but there's still concern. Then I guess Jawan Johnson's not as good of a play, so maybe you don't go that route, but he's a pretty decent play. I guess Everett if that doesn't look as bright tomorrow. If Olave doesn't go tomorrow, my options are Noah Brown, Curtis Samuel, Jaden Reed. I'd probably lean Jaden Reed, bro. Samuel's not bad, but I'd probably lean Reed. Let's see, I got McCaffrey. This is Battle Royale Week 13. I'm going to go with McCaffrey. Let's go with Tua. 2 picks away from my pick. McCaffrey, Tua. I like it. Yeah, I'd probably go Jaden Reed. Samuel's not bad, though. Samuel's not bad. I go Jaden Reed, probably. Thanks, Leo. Appreciate you starting Singletary over Achane with confidence. Okay, Sean, you do you. Just hoping to see you do play a full game, and he'll be back in the lineup. Okay, cautious. You're being cautious, bro. Cautious, Caleb. I can understand it, but I don't necessarily agree with it. Like, why would you wait? What do you need to wait on? What do you like? Does Singletary not have a similar risk level of, hey, the same risk that maybe Achane, you want to see him play and do it? Doesn't Singletary hold some similar risk on some level that is equivalent to that, even if it's a different kind of risk? Sean, I don't understand what you're doing with that. Wait a week. I want to see him have 202 touchdowns on my bench before I'll play him. Like that, it doesn't make sense to me, bro. Let's go with. I really like Kyron still. I don't care what defense he's facing. I'm gonna go Kyron. I'm gonna do it live. I've got this is my team so far: Christian McCaffrey, Tua Tagovailoa, and Kyron, the man Williams. Doing it live. How you miss my 8-month super chat, says Thomas. It's not a super chat, Thomas. It's an 8-month celebratory message. So it's not a super chat, but let's look for it. Thomas says, Achane to the moon. Appreciate the work, Smitty. Thomas, appreciate you more. More than you know, bro. Okay. Avon. I have Dell and Olave plays for me tomorrow. Damn it. I hope Dell. Oh, and? Is that an and? Okay, now it's loading. It wasn't showing on my screen. But yeah, Dell, Olave. I don't know. Olave could play. Seems like he's going through the protocol. Can I start Achane over Eckler or Gibbs? I couldn't sit Gibbs, but you could definitely start Achane over Eckler. But you could also start Eckler over Gibbs. Like, the bottom line is Eckler, Gibbs, and Achane are all top 6 running backs. You always miss my monthly super chat. It's not a super chat, but I do miss it. But I try and explain this. It doesn't come through the same. Like, a super chat is like an alert. It shows up on my screen. Those membership messages, they're not built in to really, like, I have to keep an eye on the live stream on a regular, like, phone or iPad, like I have over here at a different monitor. to see if I can see those coming in and they slip by me. I'm sorry. I'll try and get better about it. But it isn't a super chat. It's a celebratory message. So a lot of times people say, you missed my super chat. I'll go looking for it. I'm like, you don't have a super chat. All right. On the clock here. Let's go with Little Cooper Cup. Little Cooper Cup. I've got Tua Tagovailoa, Christian McCaffrey, Kyron Williams, Little Cooper Cup. Feeling pretty good about the team. Love my roster so far. Everybody can watch me bask in the glory of Week 13. Because I think my team's going to be projected for over 80 points, which is usually the winner of the projection game when you're done with the draft. And you look at everybody and you see what the projections say. And 80, 83, 82, 84, that's like the highest you're probably going to get. Bengals are a smash matchup for ETN. They are, but ETN's got the chest injury, the Ernest Johnson workload. I'm not saying I don't play him. I like ETN, but I'm just saying there are some risk levels in there. Can't just act like there's no risk. We'll go with Puka Nacua. I'm gonna go with both. I'm gonna go with all, aside from Stafford, the all Rams team, baby. Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Kyron Williams, 3 straight Rams. Tough matchup, but I think this is what McVay and Stafford live for. You know, routing good defenses with this dynamic, shove it down your throat offense. This is just, there's still a shot that it putters out. We'll see. Breece Hall is 1 foot tall, says Joe. That's a good one, Joe. That's such a good one, Joe. Way to hate on a guy that is absolutely glorious. If you don't think that Breece Hall is an immense talent, I don't know if that's just a fun. You're just trying to be funny, but if you think it's not all offense that's holding him back, I mean, I don't know how to help you, bro. He's 8 foot tall, but he's also trapped in a box that's locked. You know, with a cement. You know, it's cemented closed, the door. Like, that's what Breece Hall is. He's an 8 foot tall man living in a cement box. Cemented indoors. Can't get out. Can't do anything. That's what Breece Hall is. I love going up against people who give weight to site projections. I don't know if that's a dig at me, Daddy Dennis, for saying that I'd be ranked high, but I just like to know what they think. You know, on this particular contest, it's just fun to know who are they going to project. It's just like some way of like having some sort of finality to the little draft. It's not like it's a big deal, especially in the offseason when we're predicting sleepers. They don't ever project high. But for the weekly stuff, it's good to know. You know, if you're leading the way, it's fun. It's a fun part of it, at least. This one's from Xavier Flacco or Zappy. 2 QB league. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I guess Flacco by a hair, but bro, he might be better starting nobody. They both could get you negative points. Let's see here. Can't stand Achane or Josh Reynolds. Come on, Nate. Nate's trying to be a funny guy. Nate, you're a funny guy. You're a funny guy, Nate. Funny guy, Nate. Paul. What's my projection? 81. 81. What'd I tell you? 80-point projected team. I could tell from the beginning. Just look at it. Look at this glorious roster. Tua Tagovailoa, Christian McCaffrey, Kyron Williams, Cooper Kupp, Puka Nacua, Logan Thomas. Let's do it live. Hit the back button. Hit the green button now. Enter a battle royale week 13. Hit the button right now. Do it live. Punch it. We're going to keep doing these. $5 hauler from Paul. Hey, Smitty, full PPR. Pick 1 for a flex. Moss, Downs, Hall, Sutton, leaning Moss. Yeah, I mean, Downs is got upside. Hall's got upside too, but I'd probably say give me Moss. Also, do you think Dell will be limited tomorrow? If I did Paul, he wouldn't rank in my top 6 or 7-ish for what was he, top 5? Number 5. Go watch my receiver video. If I thought he was going to be limited, I wouldn't put him at 5 or 6 for wide receivers, bro. But I think I think that, like, we'll know more tomorrow if something comes up, but there's full confidence of the coaching staff that he'd be fine, so I'm not worried about it. Flacco, top 32 QB tomorrow. If he's lucky, honestly, like, somebody that forgets to set their lineup and has like a bye week quarterback in their quarterback 2 spot for their Superflex league might score more than Flacco in there. I don't know. Who knows? but Flacco could have like a 20-point game, maybe. Who the hell knows? I don't even know anymore. Fallon, appreciate you. Who at tight end? Otten, Jawan, Everett, Higbee. Give me Otten, I suppose. Those aren't great options. Rock out, what's up, my guy? Rock out, he's in the building. What do I do here? Rock out, he's in the building. I think you're muted, Rock out. Saw your wide receiver rankings. What's up?
Yeah, you still going with McLaurin over Javonte, even though McLaurin plays Ramsey?
I don't know, man. Those none of those are great options, man.
Yeah, I know.
You don't have anything else?
I got 2 flexes, but one is alive if he plays. If not, I got like 3 options. Javonte, McLaurin, and Reed, but I'm not sure if he's playing or not.
Olave's kind of like up in the air, so hopefully that works out for you. But I mean, I don't know. It's kind of a coin. Sure it's kind of a coin. I'd be lying to you if I felt one way or the other on the other question. I'd say just hope to God that Olave plays. On the clock here. Hold on one second, Rock out. I got. Let's see. What do I have so far? I have Hurts. Okay. Oh man, what do I do here? I'm gonna go. Tank Dell. Yeah, Zerby, Reed or Juwan Johnson, probably. Or no, Deontay Johnson, probably. Reed. I'll go Reed. I don't know Reed's injury plus KCD. I would go Reed. I don't trust Deontay at all. We don't even know what's up with him at all. We have no idea. Superfish, $5 hauler, wide receiver rankings. I saw them. Would you still like to start Dell? Well, I just dropped the video, so my rankings aren't going to change in a couple hours without any news, But I don't know. I think maybe we talked about this. Maybe what you're asking is we talked about Dell and Nico starting them both. That was last week, though, I think, Superfish, wasn't it? So as far as this week, I mean, my rankings are kind of the ranking. Like I would probably go Dell and Ridley. But last week, I think you went Dell and Nico, and it worked out pretty well. Right? So let's go Kamara. Actually, you know what? Let's go wide receiver heavy here. Whoops. So I got Jalen Hurts, Tank Dell, and Devonta Smith. Yeah, I don't know. I think that one's tough. I mean, Ridley or Nico, I probably would roll Dell and Ridley myself, but that's me. Last week it paid off well to put them both in. Is that what you meant, Superfish? Appreciate you dropping your super chat. Rock out. What else you got?
Yeah, and do you think Reed is going to play?
Not sure. Not sure. We'll know in the morning. I don't really.
Will they be before Sunday night?
I don't know. Maybe we'll know. Maybe we'll know in the morning. I guess I should have said. Maybe we'll know in the morning. I don't know that we'll find out.
Yeah, I can't. If I don't, I can't really take that risk.
I hear you, bro.
I appreciate
I
it.
hear you. Let me see. What am I doing here? Hold on. I'm on the clock. I'm going to time out. Debo. Let's go, Gibby. Gibby? What is going on with my cameras today? Hold on a second, rock out.
Yeah, no problem.
All right, that should do it. All right, dial in, guys, if you want to dial into the show. Put that right there for now. D-Hop or Rice? I'd probably go Rice. Is Smitty starting Achane over Moss or Pacheco in full PPR? What do you think? What do you think, Tingley? I'm really shocked at how many people still ask me Achane questions that are just ridiculous. No offense, Tingley. They're just I mean, how many more times? Do you know how many videos I created? 3 videos in a row. Nobody could have missed my point. How are we still having this conversation over and over? I don't understand it. No offense, Tingley. I don't mean that in the way that it's probably sounding, but I mean I've literally created 3 videos in a row calling him a top 2 to 5 running back play this week. There's not much more I can do. And then I keep getting okay, but would you start Javonte or Achane? Hey Smitty, would you start this running back you ranked number 10 over Achane? I mean, but what would you really do? And Tingley, I'm not trying to signal you out. I'm just saying in general. It's but what would you really do? But would you start Pacheco over? Did I rank Pacheco as a top 5 running back this week? Well, no. But, Achane, there's some risk. Did I account for all the risk involved with Achane? Achane's a top 2 to 5 running back play anytime he's playing and co-starting. You know what I'm saying? Tingley, I appreciate you, by the way. Let's send Tingley to the moon. Just to the moon. In case he's not getting that warm and tingly feeling right now. Rock out, what else is up? Last question.
Jawan Johnson?
No.
If Lavi's out?
Yeah, if he's out, I guess. I don't love him, but whatever. It is what it is.
Yeah, I got Kincaid on bye.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not bad. Look at this team.
Or.
Yeah. What?
Oh, what'd you say?
I was just gonna say, look at this team. I've got David Wong. This guy's the biggest Achane hater, or one of them, where he just says Achane's no longer good. What do you always say, David? In your comment every single time, it's like an Achane video. David's there going, Achane's no longer good. Achane's no longer good. This guy's the biggest Achane hater I think we could find in the comments. No way. Achane's not that high. Of course you don't think that. You don't like Achane, David. Jalen Hurts, Jahmyr Gibbs, Devon Achane, Tank Dell, Devonta Smith, and Njoku. They rated me a little bit lower than last time. This one's nice, 84 points. Let's see what it looks like. CJ Stroud, Kyron, Bijan, Tyreek, Cooper Kupp, McBride's nice. All right, let's get in one more draft, broskies. Do it live. Hit that battle royale. Click that button. Daniel says if Achane doesn't get at least 10 points, Smitty's going to have 1,000 people going at him. That's fine, and I expect that. But here's the other thing: is it won't bother me. If Achane, let's say Achane has 9 points. Let's just go 1 point below your little mark you set for me. Everyone's going to freak out. You know what I'm going to do? Not freak out, because guess what? He is still the player I know he is. And could Christian McCaffrey have a bad game? He could. It's going to be bad timing, but I know who he is. I know what he is. I know how good he is. And I'm not scared. I'm not scared at all. All right, rock out. Call back if you got another question, pal. Appreciate you.
Yeah, would you do Higbee or Everett over Johnson?
Higbee or Everett. I don't know, bro. Those are just cellar dweller. I don't know. I wish I had.
They
I wish
suck.
I wish I had a good answer for you there, but like, I'm just forcing it. I'm telling you, I'm forcing an answer. I guess I would go. You said Higbee, Everett, and
Everett, Jawan Johnson.
if Olave's out, probably Juwan Johnson. If Olave's in, I guess I go Higbee. I just feel like
Or a Conquo.
I'd probably go Higbee.
Higbee.
Yeah.
I appreciate
All right,
it.
rock out later, bro. Rock out to the moon. Rock out to the moon. Paul, thanks for all your help. Still stuck on playing Kyler or picking up Howell. I'm a Finns fan, and I hope the defense is going to cream him. Losing my mind. Thanks for no problem, Paul. Appreciate you. Don't lose your mind, bro. It's fun. The reason you played this game is because someone introduced you to it. They said, "What a rush you get." Think about this. You're gonna be literally like on the edge of your seat watching a game you may lose or may win based on a player playing that you predict, and you're like, "Oh, this sounds exciting. I could lose or win." Now, as you play 10 years in, 5 years in, all you want to do is win by 100. You don't even want a close game anymore, which kind of takes the fun out of it. Everybody only has fun if they're just blasting someone to pieces. AJ Brown. Let's go AJ Brown here. Tough matchup. CeeDee Lamb. AJ Brown against the Niners, though, Smitty. CeeDee Lamb against who? I'm sorry, DK Metcalf. DK Metcalf against who? The Dallas Cowboys. Matchups don't mean everything. DK Metcalf once again proved that to be true. Let's see here. Yeah, what's going to happen if Achane goes on as a 30 or 40 point game? Then what's going to happen? I mean, I'm going to be on here creating videos, but I mean, what's going to happen to the people that are saying all this negative stuff? Does anybody really believe we're going to hear from them? Does anybody really believe they will call in? Let's see. I'm going to go. Let's go Stroud. AJ Brown Stroud. That's not bad. If you need a bye week to Brevin, Jordan might be a good one. He's not bad. I don't know. It's a crapshoot with guys like that. The week you try it, it might not work, and then the next week you're gonna okay, never mind, that sucked. And then the next week he does what you kind of think he could do. Depends. What's up, Ron?
Hey, what's going on? Can you believe? I mean, we got this week and next week left, and then playoffs start.
Yeah,
It's so fast.
I really I'm never shy about admitting this. I really look forward to. Look at even when we draft, Achane's ADP is so low on this. He's like 4th round, and our community, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what it is. It doesn't matter if it's off season or in season. It's just a reach-a-thon. It's just a total reach-a-thon. No offense, whoever did that, but he's like, you had to scroll like all the way down to find him. It's just like boom. I'm gonna take him number 1 overall. Yeah, I've always admitted this. I love the off season way more than the in season. It's just so much more creativity and freedom for me. I have no schedules now. It's like there's something about getting on, doing a live stream, because my graveyard ones are never guaranteed because I could do them every night or I could do them 4 nights, whatever. But there's something amazing about just being like, I feel like going on and doing a live stream right now. Versus, tonight I have to do this draft or tonight I have to go live because it's whatever. There's something about like the freedom of not having these set things that you always have to do. Oh, it's waiver wire show tonight. Oh, it's this tonight. I absolutely love the freedom. Number 2, the content is just so much different. It's not all start bench questions. It's not the same question. Hey, here's my team. Blah, 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 blah. Which I love, and I want everybody to continue to super chat. It's how the channel grows. But I know that as from a viewer perspective, the content's better in the off season than it is the in season because there's a lot more creativity and freedom. So I'm excited. Let's go, Kamara.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how many teams get pushed through in the Underdog drafts to week 15. That'll be.
Yeah. ER says box score Bobby's living in Smitty's mind rent free. You know what? IER, whatever your name is. This one goes out to you, bro. Right here. This one's for you.
All right, prepare for take one. All right, action.
He's a box score Bobby. He's a little sloppy. Box score Bobby. He's a box score Bobby. He's very sloppy. Bobby.
There you go, pal. Definition of a box score Bobby right there. You know, ER does kind of seem like a hater. Like there's a couple of people that just like, it's like they sit there and they just wait all show for something that they disagree with, and they just come in strong. And it's like, you know, and most of the time I don't mind it. I don't even mind here. It's like a fly, you know, most of the time. But it's like, I do want, like, at some point when someone continuously comes in and they're constantly just a drag on the chat, they end up getting removed eventually. So like ER, you know, it's like, who wants that? Like, why do you want to come in and just like not get along with everybody? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Why would you want to be that guy? I don't get it. It doesn't
He just
compute.
wants to hear the song. You know, I sit here and I'm like,
maybe.
where the hell? What goes through your mind to come up with this stuff? I mean, it's just like, God, it's like one after another. It's not just like a one-out. You're constantly doing this crazy, putting together this crazy stuff all the time. It's remarkable.
I don't know. I mean, ask Miss Smitty how she thinks. You ought to see her when she cracks the door open and I'm like, it's a box score, Bobby. And she's like, are you working right now, or is this like, what's going on here?
Playtime.
I'm like, am I working right now? I'm creating my greatest work of all time. Come in and listen to this. And she just closes the door and she's like, I don't even understand what's your husband do for a living? I don't know. I really don't know. My mom, you gotta hear my mom. I don't know. I think when I first, you know, was when she first tried to figure out what I did many years ago, she literally thought I was unemployed. It's just like, he's trying to, I don't know what he's doing with the YouTube internet. He's trying to work on the internet, but I just don't know. What if the internet goes away?
That's funny. That's hilarious.
Yeah. But I mean, honestly, like it's the best job in the world. Like I've had people say before, you know, they don't understand it, and they, you know, it's not an easy thing to do this, you know, obviously. And if it was easy, anybody would do it, and a lot of people try and they don't. But it's like not a day goes by that I don't sit here and feel grateful that like this is what I get to make box score Bobby songs for a living. You know, I get to spend 2 or 3 hours on something like that and be like, hey, this one could be good. I'll go ahead and what's the one that took me the longest? Let's see. I think this one probably took me the very longest. Come on, man. Pick up.
Please leave your message after the tone.
Hey man, it's Devontae Adams again. Call me back, bro.
In your eyes, Your eyes.
Garrett Wilson and the boys.
Your eyes.
Rogers has new toys.
Your eyes.
The lights, the heat.
Your
A
eyes.
Jets fan complete.
Your eyes.
You don't want to test Sauce Gardner's heat.
But see, the one reason I even played that was to show that I spent the most time on that one, and then it got ripped right out from under me. That's probably the most frustrating part. You do something, you put a lot of creativity in some of the stuff that I do, and then Aaron Rodgers tears his Achilles, and there goes one of the most glorious things we kept pressing and playing over and over and over. It's like, that stuff pisses me off. That stuff pisses me off.
Maybe, maybe there's a reason for everything. Maybe he tore his Achilles so he wouldn't have to play this year, because that offensive line is horrid. And a lot of the troubles that they're having, I mean, it wasn't all Wilson. It was, I mean, that offensive line is just terrible. So maybe this offseason they can get some offensive line upgrades, and so Aaron can come in next season and light it up, because they need some offensive line upgrades big time.
I can't plug you can't have your phone plugged in when you try and join a. Come on. I always have to unplug it because it's like it's confused. All right, I'm gonna do one more draft, then I'm gonna do some phone calls or something. What?
How many of those have you gotten in so far?
I think this is our fourth one, I believe. And I'm in the four
No,
hole.
I mean total. That's fun. I'm doing a goal line stand one right now.
How many total for what? Week 13?
Yeah, week 13 one.
I don't even know.
Done quite a few.
I have no idea. I don't think I do more than like 20 or 30, but let's see here. Brees Hall is 7'11" tall, says Joe. Joe, that's a little more acceptable. Ramondre, Achane, Monster, Puka, pick 3, Smitty. Ramondre, Achane, Mostert, Puka. I think you want to rephrase that question. I think what you mean to say is pick 3. Here, let me fix it for you. Here, let me fix it for you. Smitty, pick. Let me go in there and fix it. Hold on. Smitty, pick 2. This is what it should look like. Smitty, pick 2. Por favor. Ramondre, Mostert, Puka. I go Mostert and Puka personally, but I mean Ramondre's definitely like, in a decent. He's decent right now. I'm not like. Let's go Hurts here. I'm not hating Ramondre this week. I'm not hating him right now going forward, but he's definitely got some shaky feel to him for sure. But it just feels like there's a little more there right now. There's little security there that could grow. That could grow a little bit is the best way to describe it. I'm hoping, and maybe this quarterback change will help. They could run the ball a lot. Who knows?
What do you think the biggest upset will be this weekend?
That's a tough one. Probably say. Where's my schedule? Where's my schedule? There it is. I'm gonna probably say. Hold on, let me make this pick. Who do I have so far? Jalen Hurts. Kyron. Let's go Kyron. So I think Indy will beat the Titans. I think the Chargers will beat the Patriots, although you never know on that. Detroit will beat the Saints. I think the Falcons and Jets is a toss-up, but I think the Falcons probably win this game, and I'm hoping Bijan's why. That's probably biased, but Cardinals, Steelers. Honestly, that's one of the games where it could go either way. The Cardinals are that kind of team. They haven't really.
Cardinals have no.
they kind of haven't gone away. They kind of just feel like they can. I don't know. They can hang with anybody. That's not like they close it out or anything. But I'd go Pittsburgh. But I think it's potential.
3 games that Murray's been back, he's had 9 sacks. What do you think that Pittsburgh defense is going to do to him?
Well, we'll see, pal.
9 sacks in 3 games Murray's had.
We'll see, Pally. I mean, I don't know. Well, Miami Dolphins, I think, are going to destroy the Commanders, which means the Commanders might win. The Texans should beat the Denver Broncos. They're even at home. So the Bucks, Panthers, I'm going to go with the Bucks. But that one's that wouldn't surprise me. That's not a shock either way. Cleveland beating the Rams would be shocking. But I think the Rams win that one. I think the Eagles beat the Niners, but it would not be shocking or upset if the Niners beat the Eagles. KC, Green Bay, I think that could be the upset of the week.
Yep.
I think I think that's the only one. I mean, even that shines out. Like the Cincinnati Bengals aren't going to beat the Jaguars. I don't think that would be an upset if that happened.
Well, the 2 was that one, and I think Denver has a chance. I wouldn't be surprised if Denver beat. They're on a roll. If Denver beats Texas,
yeah,
I'd not be surprised.
So I think Green Bay at home versus KC, that could be the one. That could be the one. Tough to know though.
Yeah. I need some big plays this week though. Holy cow!
I got my team so far: Jalen Hurts, Kyron Williams, Alvin Kamara, Cooper Kupp. I think this is going to be an 80-point projected team here. I think the algorithm's going to or the projections are going to like me here. This team feels solid. I hope Bijan has a day. I really hope he has. I don't know if you remember that caller that called in and said he was going to put 100. He said, I'll give you $50 or I'll put, I think he said $100 down on Bijan scoring 2 touchdowns for you. And
yeah, I remember that.
And I said, I'll take the 50 because I didn't trust Arthur Smith. And that week, he didn't score 2 touchdowns. Then the next week, he doubled down on it on his own, and he did score 2 touchdowns, and he got like 500 or whatever. So he's doing it again this week for me. He's putting 50 or 100 down on it. So we'll be rooting for that one. He can come in strong. Coming strong with a monster super chat. I'm going to go with the Puka and Cooper Kupp wide receiver combo, the Kyron Williams running back situation. So I'm Rams heavy here against the Cleveland Browns, I know. Kamara and Jalen Hurts. I like this team. I'm on the clock here. And Njoku or Logan Thomas or Juwan Johnson, Ron. Or Otten.
Njoku or who?
Otten, Njoku, Logan Thomas, or Juwan Johnson. I'll let you pick this one.
I like Otten, actually.
I'll let you pick this one. All right, there you go.
I like Otten.
I haven't drafted a lot of him, so I'll mix it up.
They're using a lot. They're using Otten a lot more.
They're using Otten a lot.
Yeah. And going up against Carolina, I like that. I like Otten.
Let's see here. 73. I was expecting an 80. This top team, was this? Datrick? What is this? 1105's got Tua, Eckler, Bijan, Hill, Debo. That's a good team. I like that. I can see why they give it good projections. It's pretty good. And then let's do a pick 'em real quick, Ron. Pick 'em.
All right.
All right. What do you like
for tomorrow?
Yep. I'm gonna let you give me your best one. Give me your best one, and I'm gonna do it exactly as you say. I don't know if I'm gonna drop 25 on it. I'll probably drop 5 or 10 on it, but I know you dropped like $8,000 on each one. But
no, I didn't.
I know. I'm just kidding.
Let's see. I like Mike Evans, with the torture for a touchdown, a rushing or receiving touchdown.
Okay, Evans with the Scorcher. Hold on. Mike Evans, Scorcher. Boom, done it. Okay.
Justin Herbert, I like him for passing more than 1.5 touchdowns.
Herbert,
against
okay.
New England.
Got it.
TJ Watt, I like him for 3.5 tackles plus assists.
Okay, higher. Got it.
And Kyren Williams, it's not a Scorcher, but I got him for a rushing or receiving touchdown.
Okay.
And Fryer Muth for higher than 3.5 receptions.
3.5 receptions. Okay. Do you do insurance at all anymore?
No. It's not worth it to me. Because it automatically, even if you hit 5, it cuts down your bet to times 10.
Yeah, but I would have won so much more if I did it. I always got to hit this button because it can't get my location if it's plugged in. It like disables my location services. Okay, so here we go.
No, I
did it.
I did a Tariq Hill over 104 yards receptions. George Pickens over a rushing touchdown, receiving touchdown. Will Lutz I had for at least 2 field goals, over 1.5 field goals. I had Jared Goff for over 1.5 touchdowns and C.J. Stroud for over 265.5.
Right. Here's Ron's favorites. I did them as Ron read them off. Now I'm going to go through mine. All right, I'm going to go through mine. Right. I'm going to go through. I'm going to wait till something pops out. I'm just going to wait till something pops out. Denver, I'm not trusting anything really on Denver, so I'm going to scroll on through Stroud. Let's see what Stroud has. Okay, no, I don't want to fumble Scorcher, but let's see here. Yards. You know what? I don't know on this one. I'm gonna move on by. I do kind of like Singletary to score, but let's keep going. I like both of these hires. 56.5 Nico and Tank Dell 60.5 receiving yards. I just think they're both gonna hit that. So I'm gonna keep going on. I'm gonna hit both those.
Do you frequently throw in some defensive players? Because I like that.
Not very often. Sometimes.
Sometimes they're easier than the offensive players. I mean, if you look at them and look at the matchups, you get some pretty good deals with them.
Do you like Gibbs 1.25 rushing receiving, or do you like his 43 yards more?
I like his 43 yards, I think, more.
Yeah, I want to get that Scorcher in there, but and Monty 64.5 yards, that feels pretty good too. That's weird to double up 2 teams like this. I've got Nico and Dell, and I've got Monty and Gibbs, but the numbers are both very low. So I think I'm gonna roll with that. And then Amon-Ra 82 is respectable. I'm gonna pass on that. Laporta 40.5 yards. Weird to go with 3 Detroit Lions, but I mean, I think this is going to be solid for them. 40.5 yards. I think Laporta gets 40.5 yards. I mean, I guess he didn't get it the last 2 out of the last 3 games because he got 40 yards. Let's keep going. Kamara 49 yards rushing. I mean, I know he gets a lot of receiving yards too, but I think he's going to get 49 rushing yards. Yeah, that seems like a cakewalk. I'm going to go affirmative. So we'll do 10 on that one. That pays 200.
I can't believe I got my goat horns though, man. Underdog goat horns.
Yeah, that's nice. All right, Ron. I might call it a night earlier tonight, but anything else?
No. I think that's about it. You're gonna be honest. So.
All right. Appreciate you, Ron.
Y'all hit this. Y'all need it.
All right. Appreciate it, Ron.
All right.
Ron. Ron to the moon. Thanks for dropping the gifted memberships, the super chats. Appreciate you, Ron to the moon. Thank Ron if you got a gifted membership from Ron. Ron to the moon.
Later.
All right, later, Ron. All right, let's see here. Super chat. Tyler says, sit one. Monty, Javonte, Singletary, Moss. Probably Javonte. Starting all the rest of those guys. Those are really good plays. I like that. James of the super chat, used my number one waiver wire on JT. Yes, if JT's out there, I would certainly pick him up. That would be easy. I mean, that'd be a full low drop dollar-wise, too, if for any reason he was available. That's a really good one. Again, if you guys want any of my favorite Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. They'll double your first deposit up to $100. I really like if I can get my phone to recognize. It's continuously giving me problems when I plug this thing in now. Kirk Downs, Rashee Rice start 1. Rice is solid right now, bro. Solid as can be. Jared, Kyler or Purdy this week. I probably, with the matchup, I lean Kyler, but they're pretty darn close. They're pretty darn close. Hoosiers, you like Murray or Goff tomorrow? Murray by a little bit, because Goff's been disappointing, bro. Connor or D-Hop, probably Connor by a hair, but that's also another very close one, bro. And let's see if we can get this to pop back up one more time. I just want to show you guys my favorite Underdog Fantasy. Promo code Smitty. Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. So do it and do it live. I guess I'm just going to have to send it over to myself, which is fine. Let me just go ahead and close out of that bad boy. And I'll screenshot it and send it over. So I really like this one from Kamara. Especially if Olave sits, and even if he doesn't, I don't think it changes anything for me. I still very much like this one. This is Alvin Kamara on Underdog Fantasy. Again, promo code Smitty. That link is pinned in the live chat. It's in the description of every video. And code Smitty gets it done as well and gets you that double your deposit up to $100. But this Kamara higher on 49.5 yards, it feels really solid. The next one that I like an awful lot, I just dropped this one. These two are very solid. Let me put them all on one so you guys can see it. I love the Laporta 40.5. I love the Montgomery 64.5. I like the Jahmyr Gibbs 44.5 rushing yards. And I think the other one that I added was Tank Dell 60. And was it Collins? Yeah, Tank Dell. So this one right here is it was the one that I just dropped. And I think $10 paid 200, so there was no scorchers in it. So every $5 would pay 100. But I feel like this is these are pretty. You can use these not all in one, maybe, like I did, or use them however you want. But I think these are some really achievable hires. I think 44.5 rushing yards for Gibbs, 49.5 rushing yards for Kamara, 64.5 for David Montgomery, and 40.5 receiving for Laporta, and 60.5 receiving for Dell. Those feel very attainable. I like those. Thank you all for watching. I'm sorry it's kind of a short show tonight. Got a long day tomorrow in the morning with the yard guys. If you want to keep updates on my yard, hit my Instagram on my stories. You'll see. I'll take a couple phone calls real quick, but hit my Instagram stories and you'll see the yard work getting done. And so they're going to be here bright and early in the morning, and then I got to do live streams in the morning. And so And this is my third YouTube video today. 2 live streams and 1. Actually, did we go? No, wait. No. I'm sorry. This is just my first live, but I did a live premiere. Dial into the show real quick.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Very briefly, very briefly, we will do some Q&A on the phone line. Gibbs, TD, Bijan, total yards, Monty, rushing yards, like them all. Olave expected to play, says Brian. Let's check the Twitter, formerly known as X. Or, I'm sorry, formerly known as Twitter, now X. Dolphins Cooper Kupp. Here, let me put this injury report up from Adam Schefter. And I don't know if Olave is expected to play. I'm going to search for that now. I just saw someone write that, so I want to make sure I check and check for it. This is from Adam Schefter. As of this moment, I don't know if Olave is playing, but if that news just broke, we'll find it real quick and put it on screen. This one right here from Adam Schefter. Other players for Sunday who showed up on this week's injury report, including Dolphins, Achane, Cooper Kupp, Myles Garrett, Chiefs, Kadarius Toney. Keenan Allen listed as questionable for Sunday due to a quad injury, is expected to play. Here, let me do this instead. There is Olave listed as questionable due to his concussion, is expected to play per league source. There it is from Adam Schefter. All right, good stuff. Let me see if I can put this on screen here. Let me put them on in a string of screenshots. This way it'll be easier. But yeah, it looks like Olave is going to play. So here's the report. Let me put this up here. So Hollywood Brown listed as questionable for Sunday's heel injury, expected to play. McBride listed as questionable Sunday, groin injury, expected to play. Tank Dell listed as questionable for Sunday due to a calf injury, expected to play. That's great news. Tank Dell expected to play. Don't worry about him. Noah Brown listed as questionable, knee injury, is expected to play. Olave listed as questionable due to the concussion protocol, is expected to play. That's all fantastic news. Let's see what else we got. And then I think Godwin listed as questionable for Sunday due to a neck injury, is likely to play. Not expected, but likely to play. He has to do some warm-up first before we know. Keenan Allen also questionable for Sunday due to a quad injury, is expected to play. So that was a nice little blast of expected to play reports by Adam Schefter. Great news. Olave, get him into your lineup. Rock out if you're watching right now. Get him in your lineup. That's fantastic. Do it live. Glad we stayed live for a minute because that's some important information. Malik Cunningham, Smitty. I like Malik Cunningham, bro. I like Malik Cunningham. Why is nothing loading on my phone? Let's see here. Higgins. What else do we got on Twitter? Chris Olave. We got that news out of the way. I think that's it. Malik Cunningham to the active roster from the practice squad. So let's talk about Malik Cunningham real quick. First of all, Zappy's expected to start. But Cunningham, if Malik Cunningham's available, this is a guy that I've talked about all season long as the best quarterback on the New England Patriot roster. By far. By far. And they refuse to play him. They've cut him several times. He's passed through waivers, and other teams like the Jets have failed to go get him. I don't know why. I have no idea why, because my eyeballs tell me he's not a lock, but one of the best potential non-starting quarterbacks in the National Football League, and teams should be, like Joshua Dobbs was traded for, teams should be trading for Malik Cunningham. Now, Zappy's going to start, but Malik took some reps, and he's expected to kind of come in and out of the game, I think. Not guaranteed, but if you need a desperate play Malik Cunningham. Play Malik Cunningham. If you're in desperation mode in a 2QB league, and you're weighing out like god awful options, he's not horrible. He could play, but the risk level is insane. Like, he could get, what if he gets no touches whatsoever? He got activated to the active roster. He could be there as just a backup. What if Zappy does really well? What if they don't run any design plays? But if you're in desperation mode, notice the words I'm using, 2QB league. I didn't say Superflex. I said 2QB league. 2QB leagues and Superflexes are vast. They're extremely different. Superflex, you can roll with 1 QB, and you could put like Ridley or someone like that in your Superflex spot. 2 QB leagues, you have to start 2 QBs no matter what. And if you're in desperation mode and you don't even have a quarterback, you don't even have a guy. You don't even have a guy. Pick up Malik Cunningham and put him in your desperation 2 QB, not Superflex, mandatory second quarterback spot, and hope for the best. Some of you have no other option. No other option. So that's good news. I think, though, if Zappy goes out and absolutely blows, maybe Cunningham goes in like halftime, third quarter, and doesn't come out. And I'll be cheering for him. Amy with the $2 hauler, appreciate you. 2 running back, 1 wide receiver, 1 flex. So your 2 RBs are definitely Kyron and Gibbs, probably. Your 1 wide receiver is Dell, if it's me. The problem is there are going to be weeks where you don't pick this right, but I would go Dell, and I would cover my bases more with Monty Gibbs than I would Dell Collins, meaning I start Monty Gibbs to make sure I'm getting all the production in the ground game for Detroit. And Dell Collins, while that can rotate and be, frustrating, I lean toward that approach. But that's a tough one, and honestly, if your gut said, hey, you know what, I'm going to go the reverse. I'm going to put Gibbs in, put Monty down, and I'm going to roll with Dell and Collins. I could get behind that, but whatever you're doing, you're not sitting Kyron. Kyron's a top 2 to 5 running back every single week. Trying to view any other. Smitty made me grab Malik Cunningham this season in my Dynasty startup. Let's go, bro. I hope it works out. There's no guarantee for it, but I mean, he's certainly a promising quarterback for Superflex, man, in Dynasty. I have ETM Monday night. Should I play him? Need a win. I mean, David, I have no other options here. Like, if you would have said another player, I could have gave you. I mean, I assume you have another great option and you have the ability to maybe play a little bit lesser option that's safer, but I for all accounts point toward him playing, but we can't guarantee he doesn't get injured in warm-ups or things get worse or something like that. But if I had an option, I could let you know what option's better. But I with what you gave me, I would probably say I would play him. Let's see here. Dell, Nico. Dell for me. Smitty Moss or Brees Hall. Probably Moss, bro. Shoddy, appreciate you. Need to. Bijan, Swift, Brees. I'm going Bijan and Swift. Hollywood or Dotson. Give me Hollywood. As long as he's good to go, and it sounds like he is. I love all the Achane hate, man. This is great, bro. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll see you all on the flip side tomorrow. Thomas celebrating his 9-month membership appreciation. Achane to the moon. Appreciate you, Thomas. Achane to the moon.
Devon Achane, please report to your shuttle to Saturn. Your shuttle is leaving. Prepare for departure. Touchdown probability high.
Touchdown probability is high. I'll see you all later. Thank you all for the super chats. Thank you all for the support. I'll see you in the morning. We'll be here bright and early. I'll be here an hour before kickoff. Maybe earlier, maybe not. We'll have to see. But I will be here to answer your questions. See you all in the morning. Please hit that like button on the way out the door. We have over 200 people still in here lingering, and only 90 people have hit that thumb up button. 90 people have wiped their feet at the door. Please wipe your feet at the door. Appreciate every single one of you. Catch you in the morning. Thank you. Stroud or Howell, you can't sit Stroud. Hit that like button, Smitty. Is Himothy. Thank you, Teach. I appreciate you. Thank you, Daddy Dennis. We'll see you later, pal. Ron Navy, appreciate you. Ron Navy to the moon. My only other option is Hollywood Brown or Dotson. I guess I go Hollywood. Dotson's not bad, though. I have some membership chats real quickly. First of all, Maximus just became a member. Maximus, appreciate you becoming a member. Achane to the moon was Thomas. Thomas, appreciate you. 9-month anniversary. You'd be missing them, Smitty. 9-month anniversary. Thank you. Appreciate you. You always miss my monthly membership. I'm trying to stay on top of that. People remember. Notice negative 50 times more than positive. People remember and notice negative 50 times more than positive. A trait that has been used for. Thank you. Appreciate you, Daddy Dennis. If your goal is to be a member or to be remembered, go negative. Sorry, my chat. I have to read this really tiny screen right now because my whole thing's frozen and I can't even see these letters. It's like they're like this tiny for me. Membership. I'm squinting. 13-month membership, 0.5 desperation flex. Hunt Gibson, the Ernest Johnson. Probably Hunt. You know, that he scores a touchdown. DJ Meat Missile, did you see my membership chat? I got these two, but I don't see another membership chat from you, bro. Just those. Let me see if I can search you, though. Meat Missile. I don't want to catch that on my Google search history. Searching up DJ Meat Missile. Desperation. Oh, I did answer that one. Hunt, Ernest Johnson, Gibson. That was the one you asked. Okay. Perfect. Appreciate you all. I'll see you all later. To the moon, everybody. Be here for you bright and early in the morning.